What's up? What's up, KOT fam? KOT Liberty Latte fam. I'm coming to you with the Liberty Latte. I'm bringing some friends with me. So let me introduce you to the new members, of the KOT Liberty Latte. Well, they're not new fam to Liberty Latte, but they're new to the KOT fam. So let me introduce. We got T Teresa. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi guys. Thanks for welcoming me into your new KOT family. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good time.
Yes, yes. And then we got our guy Swanee. Swanee, how you doing?
What's good, y'all? Excited to be back. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to talk some hoops with the Liberty Latte family. So let's do it, man.
Let's get it. So T, what you got for us?
Okay, I got my list here. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared. But for those of you who may not know us, I hope some of our Liberty Latte family from before are followed us here. But for those of you who may not know, we like to vibe here. We're friends. We like to chill. We like to talk. We got our list here. Sometimes we go off track, and you know what? It's cool. We have a good time regardless. So we're just gonna chat. The last time that we got together was last season, and I don't know if you guys know, but some things have happened since then. We finally got that chip, man. I mean, when I say finally, I mean finally for the Liberty fam, finally for New York City. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it, but I was there for Game 5, and it was probably like the worst basketball game I've ever been to, honestly. I mean, it was just like I was sitting there in the fourth quarter. I'm like, man, what is happening right now? Like, this is just, we were begging for something to cheer about. But Niara Sabli gave us something to cheer about. And man, it finally happened. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it sometimes. But I don't know. Y'all want to say anything about the chip before we move on?
Yeah, I got to go experience a championship game in a couple in New York. It was a great feeling. I got to rock out in the parade with some broccoli. It was veggies in the crowd, like mascot. It was crazy. It was crazy, crazy vibe. Just energy. New Yorkers love ball, so I know that the players are hungry no matter how we playing right now. I know they're hungry for to repeat because that I'm it's addicting. I'm addicted as a fan. Like I played.
Totally, totally.
I know it's got to be addicting to them.
I would say for me, y'all know I'm all the way on the West Coast, but watching it from here, man, I would say, man, watching a game five is stressful, boy. Like it's 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 fun after the fact. Like during the game, it's like everything is just you hyper focus on everything, every turnover, every
Yeah.
missed basket, every basket the opposing team gets. Like it's just so much that happens in that game that's just so stressful. But I would absolutely want it to happen again, obviously.
Of course.
If that means we can get another opportunity to compete for a chip. But it was fun. It was stressful. My heart rate was through the roof. I was sweating. My blood pressure was high. But I mean, we pulled it out like T said. Niara came and saved the day for us in that game, and then that shot by Sab. I mean, it was like it was the perfect storm for a game five for the Liberty to get their first. Like if that's how your first one is, you know what I'm saying? Like we good
Yeah.
from there.
You
Yeah.
bring up a good point actually. Before, like, I don't want to talk too much about the championship because like so much has happened since then. Like we're on to the next season, but since we haven't got a chance to talk about it, um, that game three shot, like everybody's talked about it to death and whatever, but it gave me like I don't even know as a Sabrina stan, as you guys know, like I'm literally obsessed with her. Like I was so happy for her to have that type of
Yes.
moment.
Yes. Yes.
And she when she started getting emotional, like I literally my man grabbed the tissues because he knew that I was gonna start getting emotional. I can't even imagine what that felt like for her, but just I don't know, as a fan, it was just that was such a crazy moment. And when oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? Ryan Rucco said like the biggest shot in Liberty history. My man and I kind of looked at each other. We were like, Is it though? Is it though? Because no, we didn't win yet, right? So like, as a fan, you know, Teaspoon's shot. You're like, listen,
huge.
I don't know, but it was huge. And I turned to him and I said, if they win, without a doubt, it's the biggest shot, right? But we can't say that yet. But it turned out to be the biggest shot in Liberty history, and I
literally lost my voice. Literally lost my voice. I was running around my neighborhood. They thought I was crazy.
That and the shot by Leo. I got to see that live too. The Leo shot, that was huge. That was huge. And it took a lot of confidence and guts to take that shot. She pulled up in the fast break. She pulled up for 3.
Because if you miss that shot, they on your head.
They on your head. She was running with her too. So yeah, they would be on your head.
They on your head. You missed that shot. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those like high risk, high reward type situations.
Totally. Yeah. It's funny. That now. Anytime a game goes into overtime, I'm like, all right, Sandy, let's see. Because remember, she said like the whoever scores first in overtime usually wins the game. Any overtime, I'm looking to see who gets the first shot, and that's actually without fail has happened. But yeah, that's a good one, Ed.
Yeah, it was. So we on to the next.
We're on to the next, man. We got
to on to the next.
As amazing as it was, we got to turn the page, and it's time to look at this season. So, our new Liberty additions. I have a question for you guys. So Beck Gardner, was she supposed to join us before and she got hurt, right? Is that what happened, or is she brand new this year?
Well, technically, it's brand new. She's we got her like mid-season last year. From Chicago, but we traded her while she was hurt. I believe it was a torn ACL injury, and she was out again. Chicago looking out for us. So we were able to get back from them. Appreciate you, Chicago, always.
Listen, Chicago could do their next big one, but we could talk about that later.
Yeah.
When I want to know what y'all's reactions were when we signed Cloud. So Swanee, I'll start with you. Were you like, all right, let's see, like 9 years in the league, like let's see what she can do, or were you like, oh my gosh, they let us have Cloud?
For me, it was kind of like this big song and dance that has been happening between Cloud wanting to get out of Phoenix and then wanting to come to New York. You know what I'm saying? So there was this big back and forth. There was constant back and forth. And then it was, is it gonna happen? And then it happened. And then for me, y'all know me, right? So like I don't get too hot or too cold on nobody. I'm gonna show me what you got, and then I'm gonna ride with you type of person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I started signing, I was hyped because it's Natasha Cloud, and I thought she's a dog. Defensively, she's gonna bring something that maybe we've been missing. She's definitely, she's been in the league for some time, 9 years, you know what I'm saying? So that's not nothing to sneeze at. So I was excited, but I wasn't like over the top excited. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't as excited as like when we signed Stewie. Like I was standing on the couch, I was going crazy. But for Natasha Cloud, I was happy. I was definitely happy. Yeah. I thought it was because I watched Unrivaled and I saw how some of the players had played during Unrivaled. So I was excited, man. I was excited. I was like, you know what? This can work. Let's just see.
Yeah. And we'll talk about her a little bit later too, but I'm more so curious, like, again, like the signing and then, how she fit kind of in the beginning of the season, like the first couple of games. Because let me tell you, I was at her first home game. That I lost my voice. My voice was gone for like the next 4 days.
She was going crazy.
And she was going crazy in the way that I knew she would.
Yeah.
Hoped she would. That's why, like, for me, you weren't over the moon. I was over the moon. Let's just say right now, like, Stewie's in a league of her own. We're not comparing that, but I was jumping on the couch excited because I just felt like even the basketball aside, which is crazy to say, but but basketball aside, just like the dog in her, and like she's just that East Coast type of vibe. Like I feel, like with the Knicks, like they tend to get dogs and like those types of players, and I felt like the Liberty were missing that. And I knew she would bring it. So Ev, how about you? How did you feel when they signed her?
I was happy. I was because I was down in the dumps about KT. I was like Valkyrie got into me for life. Like
I promise you.
I was planning on rooting for them, the underdog, but then they took KT from us.
Yeah, you're right.
I felt like Cardi B forever. We got beat forever. Like that was me. But then Cloud came and kind of helped me not be as angry, I guess if you want to say. Because we did lose KT and Sloot, and I thought with Cloud that kind of KT and Sloot together, we get personality, we get the point guard skills, we get the dog, we get the person, the person that can be physical, that can stand up. So yeah, I was like, all right, yes, okay, cool, because I was like, we don't have Benijah, we don't have KT, that'd have been crazy. So I was happy, and it felt like better late than never. I know a lot of us felt she should have came here before she went to Phoenix. So
exactly 100%. Like that's what I was hoping for. I wanted her from before. She picked Phoenix, and I was like, you know what? Okay, as long as she's happy.
Yeah.
Nah, I was the other side. Nope. I was like, I don't want you to succeed over there. You should have came over here. I was mad.
But everything happens for a reason. Like that's what happened. Sloot wanted a bigger role. It gave them the push to go get her, and we lost KT. And we lost Benijah.
let me just say on record, let me formally apologize to Kayla Thornton, because I said that we didn't have dogs. That turned out to be a lie. We had a dog, and her name is KT. But she was coming off the bench, and I just felt like installing a dog into like the starting five is what we needed. So let me backtrack and just say that, because that was crazy.
Yeah, but KT, I actually got the opportunity to speak to her. Yeah, we knew you. I actually got the opportunity to speak to her during was it right before the All-Star break last year, and I asked her what kind of mentality would you what kind of mentality to take to be a defender way they defend. It was KB and KT, and she said just what we said, dog mentality. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, and speaking of KB, she's playing out of her mind. I hope it continues. It continues. Oh, 6 women a year. Sorry for the typo.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when people are talking, players are talking, media are talking, and they say like 6 man of the year, and they're like, oh, sorry, woman. Like, we all know what we mean. When you're like your man, like it just means like in basketball, it's just like we good.
I catch myself all the time. Get your man or woman or get somebody.
Right.
We know what it means. Yeah. Shout out to my girl Damo, who said from before the season started was like, KB 6th player of the year, clock it. And I was like, my girl, I love you, but like, what are you smoking? Because there's no way. I don't know what she saw. She saw something, and she was right. But last year, KB, I don't know if you guys have seen my tweets. I was just like, stop giving KB the ball at the 3-point line. Like, I can't do this anymore. I can't.
Yeah, she got everybody on hush this year.
me number one.
I got to meet KB twice. Talk to. It was one time it was in the interview, and then the second time it was a meet and greet. And the second time I actually told her, I was like, I appreciate the versatility that she brings, because I see she can get it. But last year it was just finding her role and also playing really behind Kayla Thornton. That's who she was playing behind. Mm-hmm. So no Kayla Thornton, she slides right into that role, and she's done a good job. I just need, just like Marine, if I could ask anything, is to be more aggressive. I seen in not the last time we played Phoenix, the first time. She only took 3 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can't
Like you're
happen.
leading the league in three and two for two from three. You're leading the league in 3-point shooting. You didn't miss a three. Why did you
Yeah,
stop shooting?
yeah.
Why did
It's
you stop shooting? But I love her approach this year. I do. I really do.
Yep.
And sometimes she tries, she wants to keep the defense to toes. I see it. I see it. And she'll remind me of another person that's not here no more. Sometimes the spinning, the whirling, dirling Tasmanian devil, the spinning and winning turnover ballerina. Sometimes, what I'm talking about. He just got an extension today, actually.
Yeah. The
Mm-hmm.
Randall handle.
Mm-hmm. 3
What's
years,
it called?
100 million.
Yes, it did. So yeah, sometimes she gets a little loose with the handle or whatever. But I understand she just wants to keep the defense on the toes and not just be known as a shooter this
As
year.
a shooter.
Yeah.
But if you shooting that thing like you shooting that thing, let it go.
Shoot that thing.
Let it go. For real.
Yeah. I agree 100% with everything that y'all said. I think the reason why KB has been able to now be as visible is because her usage went up, her minutes
Yeah.
is up.
Totally.
We don't have Benijah Laney, we don't have Kayla Thornton, so she's the next woman up. You know what I'm saying? And if you did watch last season, which we all did, you could tell. Like that's why everybody called them sisters, best friends. Her and KT, they had similar games. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people, especially this season, I think a lot of people took what we had last season for granted. And this season we starting to be like, dang, we missed some of that. But anyway, back to KB. Yeah, her usage is up, and her being as confident as she is this season is allowing her to flourish. And I love it. I love it because she's somebody that when she gets on the court, I feel comfortable. I know the team feel comfortable. I know the fan base feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like the last game that they played against the Mercury, when we were in that slump, that first time that we was down 18 points, when KB came in, she immediately changed the momentum of that game. You could see the sense of urgency was up. She was like, give me the rock. I got it. I don't want to play today. I got you. I'm going to play today. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from KB. 100%.
No more ugly shot. I don't know if you guys remember Sandy's hot mic moment. She was like, I don't know if she was gearing up for like an like in-game interview or like if it had just finished or whatever, but Sandy's mic was on and KB shot, this is last year, KB shot a three from the corner and Sandy goes, we gotta fix KB's shot. It's just ugh.
It was ugly though. Like and it was ugly.
Well,
and
she
you could tell
fixed up.
she worked on it. She
fixed
worked on
up.
it. She worked on it. She absolutely worked on it.
100%.
She absolutely worked on it.
Gone are those days. Shout out to KB. I think she's the front runner for sixth person of the year, without a doubt.
Oh, 100%. She better be.
Definitely.
Show me somebody better coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And with KB, like again, we're struggling right now. But KB is has to step up right now. And what happens in the playoffs? You have to step up. So it won't be just a shock to your system. Like it's something you're accustomed to now. It's what role, what they're expecting from you. Like either on a big scale, little scale, what your role is. Just right now, you're going to get a lot of more shot attempts. I just want her to take them. Don't hesitate.
Yeah.
She got to shoot. Her true shooting percentage right now is 69%. That's her true shooting percentage. Like she is a flamethrower right now. We got to get her the ball. Got to get her the ball.
And I think that coming off the bench, like that sixth person in the lineup is the sweet spot for her.
I'm so glad you said that because when Sandy started her,
it didn't look good.
It did not look good. It didn't look good at all. Nope. Yeah, it did not look good.
And you know what? Shout out to Sandy for trying it, seeing it, and being like, never again.
Come over here.
We need that flow of the game, and I understand it. Like, it's 4 quarters. You're gonna after you sub, you still you got to play. So I liked it. I liked the move. Again, that was an adjustment. I always have the running joke. Y'all know Sandy Brondello, Sandy Cheeks. And lately
Sandy Cheeks, boy.
she been part of SpongeBob for real.
Sheesh.
What?
He be
But
killing me.
we gonna get into that a little later because Sandy got to get it together. But I wanted to say about our home girl,
Oh, sad.
sad Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Man, that's my girl. I don't neck injury. I don't care. That's my girl. And everybody try. Everybody, I feel like. Let me hop on my soapbox really quick. I feel like people like just wait on her to do something wrong. Like wait on her to have a bad. Wait for her to have a bad game. And it's like, oh, see, I told you that she's not that girl. She is that girl this season. She's been hurt past couple of games. And I'm curious to hear you guys' take on playing her or not necessarily today, but just like the past couple of games, like her playing or not. But like this, I saw it last year. It's definitely true this season. It was true in USA basketball, whether Cheryl wanted to admit it or not. Like teams are different when Sabrina's on the floor, when she's playing
100%.
well. I mean, man,
100%.
she looks good this season. Before we get into that, I'm curious what you guys think. Ebony, I'll start with you. Like, were you a little like pissed that she was playing hurt? Do you? And I'm not against Sabrina. I'm talking about like the medical staff or Sandy or whatever. Like, do you think that they should have kept her off, save her from herself type of thing? Because she's gonna want to play. Like it doesn't matter. She's gonna be like, yeah, it hurts, but I'm gonna play through it because I want to help my team win. But do you think that she should have been on the floor the past couple of games?
Like it's hard. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I played. So I'm gonna say it's hard. As a player, of course you want to play. You're gonna want to play. You're gonna fib. So the training staff is going off of what you're telling them or what you're pretending in those tests they give you. You know, you're gonna not flinch and I'm good.
You feel this? No.
They'll be poking her like, does that hurt? And she's like, no.
No, don't hurt at all. And then when she get home, she's like, oh. No, it's hard. It's hard. It really is. I would like her to sit down. I would like her to save her from herself. Like, if you're not there, we need you. I understand you. We know you're a dog. We know. We New York fans know that you will go if you can, and you're going and you can't. So we know. I would like her to take a rest or two. I know we're missing people, and that probably is a problem. Maybe when Leo comes back, she might have a seat. Just maybe, who knows? But yeah, I would like her to sit down. Again, as a player, I understand. I tried to play through a broken tailbone, so I understand what it is.
No, it happens.
And I did come back sooner than I was supposed to, but I did. I get it. I understand. So I would like her to sit down though. Just like, you know, somebody told me to sit down. I need somebody to tell her to sit down too.
Yeah. Swanee, how about you? What do you think?
I got same. I got two perspectives. It's two sides to this, right? You got the player side and the coaching side. I think as the coach, you got to save your players from themselves. You have to. Like, you know, I coach, and depending on where we at in the season is how much risk I'm willing to take. It's too early in the season for me to be risking playing Sab and not meaningless, but games that mean less. Games that mean less in the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? I would, especially right now. If it's me right now, I would sit her now as a coach because JJ and Leo's already out. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already got JJ out for injury. Leo's overseas doing her Eurobasket thing. Got whole pass is on a plane getting back. But, you know, we'll talk about that later. But if there's any time for her to sit, I think right now is that time. You already got a couple players out. Let her sit. Now, as a player, I understand. Like, wanting to be there for your team. You want to play every game possible. Unless something's like hanging off your body, like you want to be on the court. So I know that, especially in her mind, We missing JJ, we missing Leo. So in her mind, she's like, I gotta be on the court.
I can't
have to
sit.
be
I
there.
have to be there.
I can't sit.
We're already missing too many people.
We already, you know, we already hitting. We in the dregs right now. So you know, I need to be out there. So I understand it.
Yeah.
But I think that from the coaching perspective, Sandy needs to save her from herself. Because God forbid she goes into one of these games and further injures it or makes it worse than it already is, and then she ends up having to sit out a much longer period of time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think just save it from herself.
Yeah, I think too. I mean, I agree with you both. To play devil's advocate, the one thing that I will say is, I don't remember what game it was, but one of the ones that we actually won was because of Sabrina getting the steal and then knocking down free throws.
Valkyrie's game.
Thank you. So you could argue like, well, she's still making a difference, and she did because she was on the floor. They got the W. So like I get both sides. You want to protect her, and you don't want her to get hurt in games that mean less. To your point, Swanee, but at the same time, like when Sabrina's on the court, the defense is different from the other team, right? Like
100%.
Just her being there, it doesn't matter. Like she could be hurt, she could be like could be falling off. Like you're not going to leave Sabrina open, which matters for the other players. So it's tough. It's like I get it, and like as a fan, I want her to play. I want to see her play. Like I get disappointed when I see her like out, when I see anybody out. But to your guys' point, like, what are we doing? I mean, her health is the most important thing.
To go back to that real quick, sorry, Ev. To go back to that real quick, Sabrina wasn't making any kind of impact in the first 3 quarters of that game. It literally wasn't until the 4th quarter where she started to make an impact. You know what I mean? But like you said, having her on the floor, you can't leave Sabrina. You can't leave her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it you could go back and forth with it. Honestly, you could go back and forth with it.
You could. It's tough, and that's why Ebony started her opinion with it's tough, because it is tough.
It is.
Knicks World Sporty said, but we trying to repeat. I know we trying to repeat, but we need everybody healthy.
Yeah,
we know we get to the playoffs. We know
we trying to. The team you see today is not the team we will see in the playoffs.
No, not at all.
But you brought up a great point, T, about the Sab's defense. In the 4th quarter, Sab turned into lockdown Sab.
100%.
Like Sab turned into lockdown. I'm talking about deflections, help rotations on point. Defense, team defense on she was doing her thing. And I will give her credit all the time, every time, because I was a big critic of hers and her defense. I would tell her, Sab, move them puppies, y'all know.
Move them puppies.
Puppies, man. So I will give her flowers loudly every time, because that baby has improved so much on that, and she holds her own. You don't have to hire her. You don't have to scheme. Nope. She's holding her own on that. Yeah. And it shows you what work does. Sab shows you what a WNBA player is supposed to be. With all the pressure, with all the expectations, she shows you what a player, forget W, what a player is supposed to be. I'm 100%. Not good at defense. I'm not good at defense. You can tell she worked hard on that end. You know, she wasn't good at the mid-range game. You could tell she worked hard at that end. She didn't really have such a layup package, you know, the strength. You could bump her off her spots. Get physical. You could take out her game. You can't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what do you do to frustrate Sab now?
Yeah.
Trapper.
That's what teams is having a problem with.
Yeah. That's why.
That's sad, but you know, sometimes she but other than that, the fact that she's impacting the game in other ways is not just offensive anymore.
Right.
That's why those conversations frustrate me when they nitpick at certain games. If you watch the Liberty play basketball, you can tell there is something wrong. You could tell there's something wrong. She's not as aggressive offensively as she's been at the beginning of the season. So you can just tell there's something wrong. Just y'all give me some context when y'all start to talk bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Give me some context first.
Man, this conversation is just making me. I think about this. I think about this all the time. I lose sleep over it. I'm like, where would Sab be if she didn't get hurt her first season? Like the
6 games
improvements,
in?
the
6 games in?
the jumps that she's made
Yeah.
in the past couple of seasons of having healthy off seasons has just shown me even further, like, if she just had the ability to use the off seasons to work and improve as opposed to rehab, which she had done in the beginning of her career, like, oh man.
Yep. Like she's been killing. She's been killing, man. Like she's shooting 32% from three. She's averaging 5.2 assists per game, 40% field goal percentage. And I mean she's averaging 18.9 points per game. I mean that's come on now. Like come on now. And that only went down.
Jason Tatum, what they gonna say now?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? And it only went down because of these last 2 games, last 2 or 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Before that, she was on a heater. Like she was on a heater. Like she's on a series heater.
She was looking real MVP to me. I don't know.
34, 23, 13, 18, 28. I mean, she was killing.
Yep.
24, like she was killing. It wasn't like, so obviously, y'all, something.
Someone in the comments said, "What's up with the Mets? They forgot how to play basketball." We're talking about the Liberty, bro. But also,
well, you might think this the Mets. That's a KOT. I don't know. That was the Mets.
listen. I'm a Queens girl. I don't know what's happening with the Mets. Okay, we could talk about that offline. I don't have any answers for you. No quick answers anyway. Let's move on, if we want to Stewie, the other half of this tandem that we got.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Another one who just like can't catch a break from people. Like what's everyone's deal, man? Like I understand we're struggling right now. Okay, the past couple of games like haven't been great. I get it. Stewie fixed her 3 ball. She's like 3rd in the league in points, I believe. She's 9th in blocks. Like I think we forget sometimes how, you know, the people who are out, we don't have Benaja, the defensive load that Stewie is taking on, and she's doing it. Okay, let's pretend the past week or so hasn't happened, but
yeah,
like I'm so sick of people shitting all over Stewie. I am over it. She's having a good season.
Yeah. 20.7 points per game, 3.7 assists. Now, where they killing her is that 3-point percentage, because at the beginning of the season, it was absolutely atrocious. I don't know what was going on with her 3 ball. 100%. But you know what the crazy part is? Her field goal percentage is still 52%. So she's still a bucket. Like you still have to guard.
Her 3-point went like this, her 2-point went like this.
And it evened out.
And she's fixing the 3-point.
Yeah. It's you know what it is, man. It's people don't like greatness, and I'm starting to realize that people really don't like greatness. Like 4-time champion on the collegiate level, right? She's 3-time champion on the WNBA level. Seattle, the team that she helped get 2 titles, don't even rock with her heavy like that. She gets no love. Like I don't understand it, but that's because, you know, people don't. I think a lot of people don't really watch basketball the way that some of us do. So they just, you know, they just want to hate. You know,
I have a saying for that, Swanee. We all watch the same. We all watch the same game, but we don't watch it the same. We don't watch it the same, and that's okay.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We watch the same game, but we don't watch it the same.
We don't watch the same. Like, look at what Nick's World Sporty. You've been dropping some good ones for real. But yeah, 11-4. Like people have been losing their minds, and we 11-4. Like, come on, y'all.
You got to understand that word you said again.
Context. I can understand if it's 4-11. You know what I'm saying? If it's 4-11, yo, burn it down. I get it. But we 11-4, and context matters. No JJ. No Leo. Sabrina's hurt. We context people. Context. Like when we had our squad, like we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped.
My only thing with Stewie is I liked her approach big time in the Golden State Valkyrie game.
100%.
That Stewie I need the whole season. play big. That's it. Like you're Brianna
Yes.
Stewart. Remember you,
Yes.
Brianna Stewart. That's all I want her
Yes.
to do. You know, sometimes she's so humble, want to get her teammates involved. She may take a back seat at times. I need her to be like make them stop you like they did. Like they didn't stop her, but you get what I'm saying. They started
Yep.
putting multiple bodies on her. So now
Yep.
I'm not going to force it. Now I'm a playmate for my team. You know, Stewie can do that, and that's
Yep.
what she did. She started getting her teammates involved. I'm cool with that approach. I'm not cool with you know just shoot and make the don't bail out the defense. You
Yeah.
Stewie, you got a 7-3 wing. Shoot over them. Shoot over
Them
them. You
arms
know.
are so long.
That's my thing. But what people in the Stewie hate is because they look at again. I call them. I'm gonna give the PG version. Box score warriors, right?
100%.
Because they just look at the score and not again. I always say context is key. You say context matters, but it's you know like you have
I like
to
that.
watch the game. That's why I tell you eye test matters. You can't just go on numbers. Men lie, numbers don't, but they could be deceiving as hell. And
Yes, they can.
that's what box score is. There's a lot of stats that don't end up in the box score, and one Stewie has bought into the team.
Yes.
She's bought into the team, so right now she's not going for individual stats.
Yeah.
She's just
No.
going to go for whatever makes this team win. Because the first year she did get MVP, and we didn't get a championship.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Because when she needed her teammates, they didn't come through.
Yep.
They didn't know how to really.
They didn't know how. Thank you. That's it, Eb. They didn't know how.
And then the next season, yep, she made it her business to get her teammates involved. And it's the same thing this year. So people are going to get at her because the numbers don't look like A'ja Wilson's, but her numbers have to look like that.
Right.
And
If they don't look like that, they get smacked every game.
And they're still not, doing well right now. But
Yeah.
she has her numbers have to look like that.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah.
have
He's backstage, by the way.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Kimmy. Something
Okay, the whole crew.
before we get on that, I just want to bring up Gabe put in the chat and said, which I think is so true, Stewie suffers from the bar she set with her own greatness.
Yes.
And first of all, babe, bar. And it's
100%.
it's so it's true. I mean, it really is true. And I think to you guys' point, like A'ja has to put up those numbers, right? Like
yes.
She's on a team in a situation right now where she has to do that.
Yes.
And they're still losing. But but I think that if you asked Stewie, I think she would be like, I'm fine with being like 19th in the league in rebounds if that means that we're winning. Like she's cool with that. But Ebony, to your point, like I think what was it, game 3, like last year she put the team on her. She was like, all right, you're not gonna do anything. It's gonna be I got it. And it's gonna be the Stewie show. And you know what? Like you're great enough that you should do that. You've proved that you can do that, that is your role, that we will need you at times. And I don't think she cares about this, but nobody's going to be mad at you. Go do it. We need you. Like, you're the GOAT. Put the team on your back and go do it. Kimmy, what's up, girl?
Hey, what's good, family?
Kimmy.
What's up, family?
What's up?
How are
the
you?
fourth member of the Latte fam.
Hey, we here. I couldn't miss it. I was like, no, I had to at least get on here for a little bit.
Nice.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're here. So we talked about, just for anybody just joining, just like Kimmy, we talked about, I don't know if you guys know, we won a chip last year.
Don't know.
The new additions, Cloud coming, how we felt about her coming, which Kimmy, I want to talk to you about that. We'll rewind a little bit for a second.
We didn't talk about Izzy either.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Is there much to talk about? I don't know. I don't know. And we talked about KV being player of the year, or should be sixth player of the year.
Yes.
So yeah, when the Liberty signed Cloud, what did you think? Were you like, Swanee was like cool, whatever. Hey, little man.
That's my daughter. She's still growing hair, y'all.
That's
my girl. I'm sorry.
Babies and hair. It can happen at any time, and when it starts,
Yeah,
bro, it's not gonna stop.
yeah,
My
exactly.
son,
That's my
my
dog.
son had a 7 head. Like his hairline started back here. But now he's good. He got hair
I'm dead.
everywhere.
Yeah, no, my niece and nephews, they didn't have any hair in the back, like at all. Like they got like they literally like these old mans that like the back part of it is just missing. And then now like this all over. So as kids are funny, man. But about Cloud, yeah, I was excited because I always felt like we needed, if we were going to pair Sabrina with another guard, we needed a defensive minded guard. So to me, it was the perfect, like, and you saw them play together at Unrivaled. You saw how it could work. Obviously, it didn't work out for them at Unrivaled, but you saw how them together could work. Like, Cloud is very much a point guard that wants to get people involved, sometimes to her detriment.
To her
So
detriment.
this is why I got I got mixed comps for both Cloud and JJ. JJ is Cat. Don't want to go to the rim, and then Cloud is Josh Hart. She don't want to shoot, and when she does shoot, it's like put it together. Put it together is just like
Yeah.
that. Like Cloud. Every time I see her, and I'm like, there are times where I go, you should shoot this shot, and then other times I go, why did you shoot that shot? But overall, net positive. Like overall, a net positive. And when we have our full complement of players, more than a net positive. So I just feel like this team overall is definitely more of the sum of their parts than they are individually. And I think like that leads to greatness though. If you have a team that the pieces work together, like they play well together, they have stuff they need to hone, but I feel like I'm not too worried about them because, bro, missing JJ and Leo is like a kind of a death sentence because those are kind of D2 glue people. Like JJ holds down the paint and Leo holds down the perimeter, and like when you lose that, you lose a lot. So
Yeah.
We missing JJ's rebounds too. We missing
oh
them
yeah,
rebounds. We
yeah,
missing them
we,
rebounds so bad.
Man.
So
we need a
bad.
hardship big.
Please.
We need a hardship big, man. I
Can
don't
we?
know.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. I don't know if it's the elephant in the room or not. Ebony was talking about like shout out to Chicago for always holding us down. How do you feel about Chicago holding us down one more time?
With who?
Come on.
Come on now.
Y'all,
We
You
need
know,
Reese.
all right. I don't like y'all keep doing this. I'm Liberty fans like love to they just like well, it's the same group of people. They just like Knicks fans. Like, how are we gonna get Angel Reese? Like, how is that
we gonna
gonna
figure it
happen?
out. We'll figure it out. We got Jonathan
Yeah,
Cobb. We'll figure it out.
when she's done with her contract in 2020, what 8? That like okay, we could talk about it then. But hey,
They'd
until
have to
then.
put together a ridiculous package to
Until
get her.
then, I'm not the trade machine girl. I'm not gonna get on
No.
there and try to think about who we could get. I,
I'm a
There is somebody we
though,
could get.
and I would say specifically with the league though, right now, everyone's a free agent next year. This shit gonna look so different. So
Yeah.
like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, can we curse on here?
uh,
Do we?
I don't
Can
know.
we?
I be doing it sometimes by accident, but
I,
go
I,
ahead.
I
I
just
didn't know.
did.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I
just
didn't know
did.
what our
So
premise was. That's why you heard me earlier. I said bull crap. I didn't know
yeah, I'm
what
sorry. I said
y'all
it and
find
I was
out
It
like,
today
"Oop,
and
happens.
let
I'm
me know.
sorry."
Y'all let
But
me know.
but honestly, like the league is gonna look so different next year that I'm not even thinking about free agents. I'm not even thinking about who we could sign because
Me
you
neither.
just don't even know. You really don't know.
Yeah.
Knicks
Swanee,
Knicks
you were
World
gonna
Sporty.
say somebody
Yeah,
about you
Knicks
were gonna
World
say your
Sporty
big.
was gonna
That's
say what I was that
B.
I said it on the timeline and I kind of got like abused for even bringing it up with Dewana Bonner being available like right now. Like I get
I
it. I
mean, yeah,
get it, but I need people to forget about what happened in Indiana and remember how she played when she was in Connecticut. Like
Yeah,
she's still what are we in need of? That's what I'm looking at. What are
I
we
yeah.
in
think
Now,
need
we're
of?
in need
now
of.
she's off the
I think
waivers
we're in
though,
need of
y'all.
rebounding, and I don't think she's a great rebounder. What is she
She's not.
at? Like
I don't
she's
need
not a great rebounder. She's tall and
five
she's long, but she's not a great
five point
rebounder.
six. That's all we need.
Yeah.
I need 5 to 7 off the bench rebounding. I need 8 to 10, and she can do that all day. She can do
Yeah,
that all day
I
with
guess
her
like
eyes
when I
closed.
look at it, I think of we need a big, and I don't think of DB as a big. So DB's
Yeah.
not don't really play the four. DB play the three.
Before we go to the ATL game, because I know we got to get to that.
Oh yeah, we almost there.
What what do y'all think? Savily is still hurt? Y'all think she's still hurt? To me, I know she plays well. She's been playing up and down, but her movement doesn't. It still looks like it's not there. Like not as, because I remember her guarding on the perimeter like nothing, and now they could kind of get by her. She looks like she's timid to
I
guard
think
out
so. I
It
think
might be
so.
a confidence thing.
there.
I
Okay.
think
I don't
When I
think
so.
when
I
I
don't
say
think
when I
you
say
Out
can
there.
confidence, I
I
don't mean
don't
I
think
don't
you
mean
play the way that she played in game 5 for us and then like all of a sudden lack confidence when
no, I
in the
don't mean I
beginning of
don't
the
mean
season.
confidence in her play. I mean confidence in her body. So there's like two things that you have to. There's two things that happen. You get injured and then you rehab and then you're fine. But then there's a mental aspect of it as well, to where you have to be confident enough
Yeah.
in that whatever it is that's injured to be able to
Yeah.
move the way that you used to. So there's always two hurdles. It's not just the
Yeah.
I get back from
And it
whatever my
could be
injury is.
and it could be a timidness of not necessarily this injury, but
Correct.
understanding that like her past and her body and like how this is
Yeah.
just seems to unfortunately be a thing for her is that hesitation. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. It could be.
Yeah, I think the more she moves and the more confident, like once she gets back to making some of the moves that she used to, I think she'll get that confidence back. Because when you do it the first time, in your mind, you scared. You like, because I had a really bad knee injury and I played volleyball. So like that's key right there. Like we do a lot of jumping. I didn't jump how I used to for a while. It took me a minute to move. My lateral movement was off. I was slower because every time I go to take a step, I'm like, is it gonna hold up? Is it gonna hold up? So you got to think about it that way too. There, as she's playing, she's like, man, is it gonna hold up? Am I gonna re-injure it? Am I gonna be okay? And then the more that she'll inch her way into it, and then eventually get. That's how I see it personally. Because when I watched her in the last game, the Phoenix game, she looks fine. I just think it's the mental hurdle of the injury for me.
Could be.
Now that's
And then
that's
I
the point.
also think going from being a bench player to being a starter is a step. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
sometimes takes a little bit of an adjustment, but when she is impactful, she's really impactful. So
she's
Mhm.
very impactful.
yeah,
I'm a
like it's I was like I'm a fan. Yeah, I already know that I'm a fan.
I love her.
So yeah, I
I'm
hope, like I
critical of her
say,
at times.
I'm, and it's understandable to be critical, but I feel like based on what she has given us when we need it, when we really really need it, like I'm willing to give her the space to get her body back
Hundred
where it
percent.
should be. I'm
Yeah,
willing to
Yeah.
give her
and we
that
100%.
talk
space.
about Nick Comps, KOT. We talk about Nick Comps, all the KOT family that may be here that really, trying to learn a W. If I could give you a comp, I could give you know where I'm going. Y'all already
Oh
know who
yeah,
I'm with my guy, Mitchell
Yep.
Robinson.
Big
One
Mitch.
hundred percent.
If you want to
100%.
give a comp,
With one
that,
caveat.
what's
Go ahead,
that?
because I think we about to say the same
She can
thing.
make
Go
her free
ahead.
She
throws.
can make free throws.
She
She
can
can
make
make
her
free
free
throws.
throws.
Listen, shout
she,
out to
That's
Mitch
hey
exactly
yo,
what I
for
she
was about
made a
to say.
three.
for
She
getting
been shooting threes too. So
Yo,
true.
yo.
Shout out to Mitch for getting it together towards the end of the series. He was hitting some free throws, but on the regular,
On the regular, yeah.
we'll just say that one caveat.
She
All right,
also
we're
gets
coming up.
used a little bit more
She what? Yeah,
yeah,
offensively.
true.
she's
All
just
right, we're
like the
coming
good
up.
with the dribble handoffs and all that stuff. Like
We're
she's
coming up
solid.
on game time, so I want to
Yeah.
make sure that we have enough time for everyone's
I just
keys
turned my
to
TV on.
the game. Okay. My keys to today's game are going to be Sab's health, effort, just effort,
Yeah.
and rebounding.
Rebounding.
Sandy
That's a big
said
team.
Sandy said apparently that they like watched film and they were all like collectively embarrassed by the last game.
They should be.
I hope you are. I hope you play like you're embarrassed. Kimmy, I'll come to you. What are your keys to today to get a win?
Same. Honestly, better effort because the one thing, like the last time we played Atlanta, the one thing you can't do is let Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray just pull
Cannot.
up. Like in the first half of that game, we let them pull up like just so easily from three, and even Pow Pow, like they got to stay attached today, like they really do. I mean, the bigs on Atlanta set good screens, so they're like, to me, this is why Atlanta's so much better of a team this year. Is one, they always had the offensive like wings, like Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, always good. But they didn't have the bigs to actually make it count. But now they're getting like they come off those screens now, and it's like, oh, there's so much space in front of me, or like, oh, they didn't get around this. I'm about to just pull up. So to me, staying attached is going to be really, really important. And also rebounding. Yeah, those are my two keys. And like you said, Sab's health, like obviously, she is like I said, this is a team that truly is a sum of its parts, and when one of those parts is not really doing what they're supposed to, it hurts the team. So hoping that she's able to be a little bit more effective. And like the last time we played Atlanta, she cooked them. So I do
Yep.
expect to see that again. She loves playing Atlanta. So actually, put your bets in. She's gonna get 30 today. I don't bet, but
Look
if
at
you
T talking
do,
about
if
30.
you do, I kind of have a feeling like these are the kind of games that Sam will show up for. She'll be like, yeah, I didn't play well last game, and I'm gonna make sure I do this game.
And that's why I think her health is like that is the contributing factor to it. Is
Yeah.
Yes.
everything that we know about Seb. This would be a game where she eats, but will her neck, allow her to? Ebony, go ahead. What are your keys to the game?
Yeah, I know me that mute button. Yeah, my keys are they're number 13 in pace. Atlanta, that is. Number 13 in pace. What do they look like if we speed them up? What do they look like if you don't let them get in their rhythm and set up in their half court offenses? But to do that, you gotta play aggressive defense. And right now, our defense
Yes.
is a little suspect. But like we're playing again another good team. That's why that conversation about the earlier schedule is kind of silly because if we got an easy early schedule, that means the later schedule is what?
Hard.
Hard. but anyway, but speed them up is my key, right? Speed them up. They want to shoot threes. We've been having problem with 3-point defense. We can't allow them to get into rhythm. We can't allow them to get practice shots and get everybody in rhythm. It has to be either we allow the others to try to beat us, or you okay with a Gray or Ryan, either or, not both. I don't.
Not both.
Yeah, you
Either
can't have both.
okay, you're okay with one of them being who they are, but everybody else you have to shut their water off. Um, they do get to look. They're aggressive team on both ends. They're going to try to get to the free throw line. Again, another defensive and offensive team. This is like Mercury. They play good offense. They have good and they play good defense. My keys is just to speed them up. What do they look like when you speed them up? And yeah, but that's my approach for them. They're not a team that's looking to get into transition. They're not a team that's looking to get points off of make their defense into offense. They seem like they're solely want to do the half court set. So disrupt that.
Speaking of, that's something we didn't talk about was turnovers. But you know what? I don't really want to talk about turnovers. It hurts. It hurts me.
No,
Swanee, go ahead. We got
no,
4
but
minutes. Go ahead.
I will say real quick though, stop trying to drive at Ryan Howard. Like, please
Yes.
stop trying to
Oh, yeah.
drive at Ryan Howard.
She's gonna
Her
send
hands
it
are
into the
too.
crowd.
Her hands are either send it to the crowd or she's stripping you. Her hands are
Yeah.
too good for you to try to go into the lane. Like, she had like 5 stocks against us the last time we played them, and they all happened down at my end at the stadium. So I was at the stadium at the arena. So I was like, come on, y'all, stop it, please, just stop it.
And speaking
I'm
of
actually on
turnovers,
my
they
end.
are number one, and they don't turn the ball over. They don't turn the ball over. I'll answer
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Number one in turnovers.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Swanee.
A lot of great points. I'm just gonna expound on one, which is effort. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I like my players to play. How I like my coaches to coach. Effort is a big thing for me. You could do all the schematics you want. If you go out there and you don't put it all together and act like you actually want to be on that court, it don't matter. I feel like, especially the last game, because y'all know I actually went to that Phoenix game. I'm in San Diego, so Phoenix is not too far. So I drove down there to watch that ass whooping. Me, my mom, and my wife, we watched that. It was horrible. it was a lot of standing around, no movement. On defense, we were a bunch of matadors. We was Olaying all day. We was letting people just go. I mean, I've watched Alyssa Thomas go to the rack so easily, at least 3 or 4 times, with no one even like attached to her. So my thing is effort. And on the offensive side of the ball as well. Like, we have enough weapons. We have enough weapons to compete and beat these teams. Like, and I know when some of your more like foundational pieces are missing, like it shakes the team's confidence. But I need Marine to remember who she is. I need Stewie to remember who she is. I think, Sab, I can't, I'm not pushing Sab too much because obviously I know there's something going on there. But for everybody else, I need y'all to remember who you are and play. I need y'all, I need a body on somebody when that ball goes up for rebounding. Stop just letting them. We always, especially in the fourth quarter, there's always an opportunity for us to make a shift in momentum our way, and we don't get a rebound. They get like 3 rebounds in a row. That drives me absolutely insane. Effort. Just give me a game full of effort and I'll be okay.
And that's the thing. Like, I think all New York basketball fans would agree. It's like when you watch your team play and you see them putting in the effort and like they tried to win the game and it just didn't go their way. None of us are mad about it. We're just like, you know what? Sometimes you lose a game that you fought really hard for. But it's when you watch a game where you just don't feel like the effort is there. New York fans, we can't handle that. We really
can't do that. And somebody made a great point in the chat. We got to keep in mind. He said, keep in mind, we are the defending champions, so we're going to get everyone's best effort each night. When you're the defending champion, every single night you have to play. You don't get an opportunity to take a game off. You don't.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants
the Barclays is like what MSG is to
100%.
NBA.
It absolutely is.
Exactly. They want to come to New York and show out. They want to beat New York. So
and they don't care that we're missing like 2.5.
They don't care. I tweeted that. I don't care.
They shouldn't.
I don't care neither. If somebody's out, I need y'all to play because we have enough to win these games.
Yep. And I'm gonna leave it there. We got 1 minute till game time. All right, let's see what happens. I know all of us are gonna be live tweeting the game, so tweet us.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be Twitter fingers are gonna be active.
Matter of fact, too. Before we leave, you should everybody give your handles for if you know.
Oh yeah, everybody, you guys is all there, but mine is I am Kimmy's. I'll make sure the next time we do this that I include my handle on this. But yeah, I am Kimmy's.
Put it in the chat.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do your thing.
No. We will let you guys know the next time we go live. Swanee and I were talking about maybe like pre-recording some stuff so we can get it out sooner, but we will let you know when we are back. And let's go Liberty.
Let's go
Liberty.
Bye y'all.
Later. Uh-oh.
Oh, T took off.